Welcome to Bedtime Stories. Get into a comfortable position. Take a few deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. As you breathe, let the tension and stress melt away from your body. With each exhale, allow your body to sink deeper into a state of relaxation. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, allow your mind to drift into a peaceful, restful state. Let go of any thoughts or worries. Continue breathing slowly and steadily as you sink deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation and calm. Allow yourself to drift off into a peaceful sleep. The Cousins' Summer Escape. It was a warm summer day in the small rural village where Grandma and Grandpa lived. The air was filled with the sweet scent of freshly cut grass and the chirping of birds in the nearby trees. 4 young cousins, Lily, Ethan, Sophia, and Noah, had gathered at their grandparents' quaint farmhouse, eager to spend their last summer together before heading off to college in the fall. Lily had just finished her first year at the state university, studying biology with dreams of becoming a veterinarian. Ethan would be attending the same university as Lily in the autumn to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering. Sophia had been accepted to a prestigious liberal arts college on the other side of the country, where she planned to explore her passions for literature and the performing arts. And Noah was preparing to embark on his senior year of high school before venturing out on his own college journey. Despite the excitement and uncertainty of their upcoming transitions, the 4 cousins were determined to make the most of their time together at Grandma and Grandpa's. They had been coming to the old farmhouse every summer since they were children, and it had become a sanctuary where they could escape the stresses of their daily lives and simply enjoy each other's company. On this particular day, the cousins had gathered on the front porch, sipping lemonade and catching up on the events of the past year. Lily regaled them with tales of her classes and research projects, while Ethan shared his plans for joining the university's robotics club. Sophia couldn't wait to tell them about the plays she had been involved with at her high school, and Noah eagerly spoke of his excitement for his final year of high school and the sports he would be participating in. As the conversation ebbed and flowed, the 4 cousins couldn't help but feel a twinge of nostalgia for the carefree days of their childhood, when they would spend hours running through the fields, climbing trees, and exploring the nearby woods. Remember when we used to have those epic water balloon fights in the backyard? Ethan reminisced, a mischievous grin spreading across his face. Oh, and how about the time we convinced Grandpa to let us help him in the vegetable garden? Lily added, her eyes sparkling with fond memories. We ended up covered in dirt from head to toe, but it was so much fun. Sophia chuckled. And don't forget the night we all snuck out to the barn and had a sleepover, just the four of us. Grandma was so worried when she couldn't find us the next morning. Noah laughed. Yeah, and Grandpa just shook his head and said, I knew you kids were up to something. The cousins erupted into a chorus of laughter, their voices carrying across the tranquil countryside. As the afternoon wore on, the cousins decided to venture out and explore the familiar surroundings of the farm. They meandered through the winding trails, reminiscing about their childhood adventures and pointing out the places where they had once built forts, discovered hidden streams, and played imaginative games. Lily paused at the edge of the woods, her gaze drawn to the towering oak tree that had been the centerpiece of their explorations. Remember how we used to race to the top of this tree, she said, running her hand along the rough bark. Ethan nodded enthusiastically. Yeah, and Sophia always got stuck halfway up because she was too scared to climb any higher. Sophia playfully shoved her cousin. Hey, I was just being cautious. Besides, you were the one who always fell out of the tree and ended up with scraped knees and elbows. Noah chuckled. That's true. But you have to admit, it was always worth it for the view from the top. The four cousins shared a moment of nostalgic silence, each of them picturing the sweeping vistas of the farmland and distant hills that had captivated them as children. As the sun began to set, the cousins made their way back to the farmhouse, their stomachs rumbling with anticipation. Grandma greeted them at the door, her warm smile and the tantalizing aroma of her homemade cooking immediately lifting their spirits. I've got a big dinner ready for you all, she announced, ushering them inside. Come on, let's eat. The cousins gathered around the worn wooden table, eagerly digging into Grandma's hearty meal of roasted chicken, mashed potatoes, and fresh vegetables from the garden. As they ate, they regaled Grandma and Grandpa with stories of their adventures, eliciting laughter and fond recollections from the older couple. You know, your grandpa and I used to do the same things when we were your age, Grandma said, her eyes twinkling. We'd explore the fields, climb the trees, and have all sorts of mischievous fun. It's so wonderful to see you carrying on those traditions. Grandpa nodded in agreement, his weathered face creased with a warm smile. Those were the best days of our lives. Enjoy every moment of this summer, and don't forget to come back and visit us, no matter where life takes you. The cousins exchanged a meaningful glance, silently acknowledging the bittersweet reality that this summer would be the last time they'd all be together in this familiar setting before their lives diverged. But for now, they were determined to savor every moment and create more cherished memories to carry with them into into the future. As the days passed, the cousins fell into a comfortable routine at the farmhouse. In the mornings, they would help Grandma with her chores, tending to the vegetable garden, gathering eggs from the chicken coop, and preparing homemade jams and preserves. Afternoons were spent exploring the nearby woods and fields, climbing trees, and swimming in the cool, refreshing creek that ran through the property. One particularly memorable day, the cousins decided to embark on a picnic adventure. They packed a basket with Grandma's famous fried chicken, fresh-baked biscuits, and a selection of juicy, ripe peaches from the orchard. Ethan and Noah took charge of gathering supplies, while Lily and Sophia meticulously planned the menu and route. The four cousins set off, their laughter and chatter echoing through the serene countryside. They found the perfect spot, a shady glade nestled among the trees, where a gently flowing stream provided a soothing soundtrack to their meal. As they laid out the feast, Lily couldn't help but marvel at the beauty of their surroundings. "Isn't this just the most amazing place?" she said, gazing up at the dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves. "I'm going to miss this so much when I'm back at school." Sophia nodded in agreement. "Me too. It's so peaceful and tranquil here. I feel like I can truly be myself and not worry about the pressures of the outside world." Ethan and Noah chimed in, sharing their own sentiments about the sanctuary the farmhouse provided. As they savored the delicious meal and the company of one another, the cousins knew that these moments would be treasured memories they would carry with them long after they had left this place. As the summer days ticked by, the cousins found themselves engaging in a wide array of activities, from helping Grandpa with various farm chores to organizing talent shows and game nights with the whole family. Each experience was filled with laughter, bonding, and the creation of lasting memories. One memorable evening, the cousins decided to have a stargazing adventure. They gathered a cozy collection of blankets and pillows and ventured out to the open field behind the farmhouse, where the night sky was unobstructed by trees or buildings. Lying on their backs, the four cousins gazed up in awe at the twinkling stars that blanketed the inky blackness above them. Lily pointed out the constellations she had learned about in her astronomy class, while Ethan marveled at the sheer vastness of the universe. Sophia and Noah were content to simply bask in the serene beauty of the scene, their minds drifting off to ponder the mysteries of the cosmos. As a shooting star streaked across the sky, the cousins collectively made a silent wish, each of them hoping to carry the magic of this moment with them as they embarked on their new adventures. As the summer drew to a close, the four cousins found themselves filled with a bittersweet mix of emotions. They had cherished every moment of their time at Grandma and Grandpa's farmhouse, creating memories would forever be etched in their hearts. But now they faced the daunting prospect of leaving this sanctuary and venturing off to new chapters in their lives. On the last night of their summer escape, the cousins gathered on the front porch, gazing out at the familiar landscape, bathed in the glow of the setting sun. A comfortable silence fell over the group as they each reflected on the incredible experiences they had shared. Lily was the first to break the silence, her voice tinged with a hint of sadness. "I can't believe this is it. I'm going to miss this place so much." She reached out and squeezed Sophia's hand, her eyes welling with tears. Sophia nodded in understanding, her own heart heavy with the impending goodbyes. "Me too. It's going to be so strange not having you all here with me every summer." She turned to Ethan and Noah, offering them a bittersweet smile. Ethan let out a heavy sigh. "I know. It's going to be weird not having our annual summer adventures. But hey, we'll always have these memories to hold on to, right?" Noah chimed in, his voice laced with a mix of excitement and trepidation. "Yeah, and who knows? Maybe we'll all end up back here someday, with our own families in tow." He tried to inject some levity into his words, but the cousins could hear the underlying note of wistfulness. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the farmhouse in a warm, golden glow, the four cousins embraced, their arms tightening around one another. In that moment, they knew that no matter where life took them, this place and these memories would forever hold a special place in their hearts. The following morning, the cousins reluctantly gathered their belongings and prepared to depart. Grandma and Grandpa stood at the door, their eyes shining with a mixture of pride and sadness. "We're going to miss you all so much," Grandma said, pulling each of her grandchildren into a warm hug. "But we're so proud of the young adults you've become. Promise you'll come back and visit whenever you can." The cousins nodded, their voices thick with emotion. "We promise, Grandma," Lily replied, giving the older woman one last squeeze. Grandpa stepped forward, placing a weathered hand on each of their shoulders. "Remember, no matter where you go or what you do, this will always be a safe haven for you. This is your home, and you are always welcome here." With heavy hearts, the four cousins climbed into their respective cars, waving goodbye to their grandparents as they pulled away from the farmhouse. As the familiar scenery faded in the rearview mirrors, they knew that a part of them would always remain in this enchanting place. In the days and weeks that followed, the cousins found themselves occasionally reconnecting, sharing updates, and reminiscing about their cherished summer memories. They knew that the bonds they had forged would endure, no matter the distance or the demands of their new lives. And as they embarked on their individual journeys, Lily diving into her studies, Ethan tinkering with his latest engineering project, Sophia immersing herself in the world of the performing arts, and Noah preparing for the challenges of his senior year. They each carried with them the strength and resilience they had gained from their time together at the farmhouse. The cousins' summer escape had come to an end, but the impact it had left on their lives would continue to resonate for years to come. Rest well and wake up refreshed for a brand new day. Good night and sweet dreams.